going to give you a copy of the presentation for you to take notes and follow along if you would like to. It's almost done. So what we're gonna go over today is the process grid from the GLAD strategies, and then I'll explain to you a little bit more. Okay, so here's what we have for today, the agenda. Welcome and thank you for coming. And do any of you would like to celebrate anything, any success in writing?
My kids in writing with grammar, I see that it's a little bit better now. Like just little things like the difference between there, and there. They're getting the hang of it a little bit more.
Are you teaching it explicitly? The differences between the
No, I teach writing and then when we go back and look at what they wrote, when we're looking at their draft, that's when I go back and circle it and we'll look at it, we'll discuss it.
Okay.
And then we'll take it into like whole class and discuss what it is and why we use it.
Oh, thank you.
And in the past, I've been using rough drafts as opposed to thinking notes, and I've been using thinking notes more, and they're helping my students process their brain.
Oh, thank you for sharing. So what we're gonna go over is the process grid strategy. We're gonna go over the research, then the purpose of the strategy, examples, steps, and we're gonna do a little practice, okay? Then at the end, we're gonna end with any questions that you guys may have. So GLAD stands for Guided Language Acquisition Design. It's a model designed to build academic English and grade level content knowledge for students at varying levels of English language proficiency. Kind of like different strategies, right? So what this does is instead of providing like a lesson framework, kind of like what we got today from second step, what this is, it's different strategies that help us supplement what we already have. We already have benchmarks, so these are strategies that we can utilize to help our students with reading, communication, writing. Okay, so the program has 35 structural strategies. It really specifies on what is taught. It doesn't specify so much on what is taught, but rather in how it is taught, like the strategies of how to deliver certain topics. And then the focus categories of the programs are, it focuses on student focus and motivation, guided oral practice, and reading and writing. And today we're going to focus on the reading and writing focus from these strategies. By focusing on reading and writing, we're going to be going over how it is a gradual release of responsibility model. The teachers scaffold students' reading and writing, and we first begin with modeling as a whole class, and then we go into like a small group, and then finally we would like the students to do individual practice. What we're going to do today is going to be whole class and group practice. So there was a study on Project GLAD and whether it provided benefits in vocabulary and in writing traits of ideas and organization for the students. And so at the very beginning, when they ran the study, they gave them a pre-test for the 13th percentile on for ELs and the 18th percentile on the post-test after the strategies. And then for non-ELs, they already performed at the 52nd percentile on pre-test, and then after the strategies, they improved to the 56th percentile on the post-test. So, like by looking at these results, we already see that ELs are already at disadvantage compared to non-English learners, but even like that, they made a greater jump than the students that are non-English learners. So I was sharing that in a pre-test, they scored the 13th percentile, and then after the study it was 2 years of the study for GLAD strategies, and they improved to the 18th percentile, meaning that they scored better than 18% of then the non-English learners, it was 52, and then percentile, and that is 56 percentile courses. Okay. So now, we can, hi, come in.
I'm so sorry. I forgot you have 15 minutes.
Thank you. Okay, so what we're gonna go over today ties into Common Core with the writing standard point 2, write informative and explanatory text to examine and convey complex ideas and information clearly and accurately with the effective selection, organization, and analysis of content. And then the writing point 4, to produce clear and coherent writing in which the development, organization, and style are appropriate task, purpose, and audience. And then rating point 1, read closely to determine what the text says explicitly and to make logical inferences from it. And then point 2, which determines central ideas and themes of a text. So the purpose of this strategy is to categorize information, to aid in writing expository tests, as we saw the connection with the writing standards, to emphasize and teach concepts, and teach vocabulary. It's really helpful with teaching students vocabulary and different concepts. As I was doing this strategy, I was thinking about science, how a lot of people have a hard time with science, or nonfiction text, and I felt like this strategy would help us really, really well. So here's one example of the process grid on organisms. So it begins with the monarch butterfly, like the life cycle of the monarch butterfly. Upspring birth, and then the growth, inherited traits, and adulthood, variation in traits, and then environmental influence. And you see the pattern. So right here we have, what is the offspring and birth? Eggs, it hatches, and then they have pictures, so they go in Spanish to the huevos right there. And then becomes a colorful caterpillar because that's how it grows, and then metamorphosis and I forget how to chrysalis, there you go. I'm like, and then right here for the inherited traits, we see the ability to fly, that's something that they inherit from parents, and then they're black, orange, and white. And then for variation of traits is the wingspan is 3.7 to 4.1 inches, and some migrate because it's like with humans, some are taller than others and whatnot. And then the environmental influence is predators feed on butterflies and pollination. That plays, that's influence. And then the same thing for the frog, kind of feeling in this right here. Another example is on holidays. So Thanksgiving, and then we'll explain when is that third Thursday of November. It's always the third Thursday of November, right? Famous people, the Pilgrims, Native Americans, and then events, shared food, autumn, festival, purpose, sharing, being thankful, the past, farming, hunting, fire pit, eat turkey. And then in the present, we go to the grocery store, if we have an oven or a microwave, we're fancy, right? Maybe there's a football game, or it kind of relates to the football game, and then we turkey, which is something that we still do. Another one will be Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day, or President's Day. And we just go in and feeling what is the relationship of this day with famous people. We have Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and the South, and then what events happen, the protests, the speeches, the bus boycott, and then the purpose is for equal rights, and then segregation, and then integration and celebration, right? And the same thing for the other. And the last example is this one, social studies for 5th grade. And the colony date, so in Virginia is 1607, region is geography, and then politics, religious influences, economics, important individuals, and Native American nations. So then we go and filling in one of these other informations. Okay, so now that I showed you some of the examples, because I wanted to go over the steps, but then I'm like, I think it's easier if we go some of the examples and then go back to that so we can go over the references, right? The first step is a process grid is on the wall, just like the one that I have on this side. Can you guys get?
Yes.
Yeah, or should I move it to that side? I think it'll be better, right? Yeah. So then, I have those already filled out with our categories already listed on the columns. And that's for when we're getting together. The teacher writes topic on the corner and the examples on the far left column. On the first row add categories to be analyzed. So right here, this is already pre-made when we're gonna do it in class, right? Then for each column, students confer with their expert group to decide what facts go in columns. So normally what we would do for this one, since we have 4 different categories for topics, it would be each group becomes an expert on the pillars of character for the school. So then this group will focus on how to show responsibility. That's supposed to be responsibility. And how to show responsibility in school. And then the next group will focus on how to show responsibility in the classroom. And then the other group will focus on responsibility at home and then responsibility in the environment, right? And so we'll do that for all those columns. And then the teacher randomly calls on individual students from teams to share their answers, and teacher writes correct information on the grid. So as we saw in the examples, we can add pictures to this to help our English learners. And then that way they can get the visual of, like, for example, I think for the school, an apple, you know how we always relate an apple to school, or a little building that represents the school. The classroom, maybe a book or a pencil, and then for the home, a little house, the garden and flowers, and then for the environment, I would just draw the earth, just because of the environment, right? And then, if a student does not have the answer, the teacher tells the team to confer again and later has another opportunity to answer. So there isn't a, oh, you got it wrong, let's move on, okay? Someone else who could have the better answer. You give them more time to go back and say, so if that is not necessarily correct, how will you change it, right? And then the teacher presents the first row, and the remaining rows are presented in teams by individual team experts from expert groups. So what we're gonna do here is, okay, so this is what I'm gonna show the class, or as teachers, this is what we're gonna show the class, and this is what we show the class, right? So then we assign it to them, and they start working on each one of them. So right here, I can possibly do this for myself, just to show them what I'm expecting. In school, how do I show responsibility at school? And then how do I show responsibility in the classroom, and then at home, and then in the environment? And then we can allow them to work on their own, on caring. And then after a few minutes where you think that they're ready, because you have to walk around, monitor and circulate the classroom to make sure that they're on task, and also to answer any questions or just kind of like on the spot feedback. And so then we come back and we can start with volunteers or random selection. All of us use Class Dojo, so we can use that, or the popsicle sticks or dice, whatever we have. And so then whatever they start sharing, we start writing it down. But this is only on the chart. And so then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little practice. So this will be the prompt. Name, describe, and provide an example for each pillar in order for all of us to be good citizens at school, in the classroom, at home, and with the environment. So what we would do is, what does it look like to be responsible at school? So we're gonna fill it out, and then we're going to write it down. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the classroom, and then at home, and then the environment. And then we're gonna move on to the next one. What does it mean to be caring at school, in the classroom, home, or the environment? The same thing for respect or citizenship. I only chose 4 of the 6 pillars of citizenship because of the number of citizens, so that they each can get a chance to share. Because each group has 4 students, so I will do it with them. So that if they had 6 students, I would add the other 2, so that each can get another one. But we can also do it just half of it today, and then half of it tomorrow, on the other day. Then, when we finish this one, so let's go ahead and practice on this one. So here's something that you can use as a reference. When you have something, you can share with me now, right? We're gonna start with responsibility. What does it mean, or what does it look like to be responsible at home? I'm sorry, at school.
Being on time.
On time. So then I'll be writing down, and then the students can start agreeing or disagreeing depending on what procedures you have in the class, more routines as far as, like my students do this to show that they agree with the answer or they disagree, they feel like it's completely off topic. What about an example for the classroom?
You turn in the assignments.
So we'll write that down.
Turn in the assignments.
And then what about at home?
I feel that at home it's clean up for yourself and make sure your clothes.
And how could we be responsible with the environment or for the environment?
Environmentally conscious. Picking up trash.
Picking up trash?
Recycling.
So now that we have filled that responsibility, what does it look to like to be carried? And then we'll do the exact same